Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for our home ownership program powered by Debt Cleanse. My name is Michelle Debbie Kofer. I'm one of the founding members here, a regional director. And guys, I'm super elated to talk about this. I am a product of the projects, and no one ever talked to me about the power of home ownership. At the age of 26, I was able to discover through buying my first home that you could actually build wealth through home ownership. I'm now currently in my third home now, interest rate only 2.25% because I decided that I no longer wanted to rent. I wanted to be able to have ownership. And maybe you're watching this today. Maybe somebody sent this link to you because they feel like, you know what, you can transition from renting an apartment or renting a rental home to owning your home. And guess what? You can. So, first of all, you want to just thank them in advance for sending this information to you because it could change your life. So, again, welcome to our home ownership program powered by Debt Cleanse. These are our founders, Mr. George Newberry and Chet Seeley. George actually is a 30-year real estate titan. He's been able to build a ton of wealth in the real estate space, but guys, it hasn't always been peachy creams for him, right? He literally had over 4,000 units of an investment property to go under ICE, and it landed him $26 million in debt. Unlike most people, he did not file a bankruptcy. He himself found a way to legally work through that, leveraging consumer rights, and was able to clear that $26 million in debt and put him and his family back into home ownership again. However, through that, he even initiated a movement to help families in the Chicago area, but again, limiting the work that he did. He partnered with Mr. Chet Seeley in 2022 to take the vision nationwide. And here we are with this phenomenal movement, helping 1 million families to become homeowners over the next 5 years. When we think about why people don't own a home, it's typically because they have a lot of debt or they have a lot of errors on their credit, or maybe they don't have money or access to down payment assistance. So this program, the homeownership program through Debt Cleanse, is going to help 1 million families to get in a position to own a home in the next 5 years. And a lot of times people don't realize that things such as foreclosures, mortgages, credit card inaccuracies, evictions, and those things are on your credit report, and they're stopping you from owning a home. But this program is designed to put you and your family at ease. Why? Because we work with legal practitioners who are going to protect your rights as a consumer. Fair debt collections, fair credit, RESPA, telephone consumer, and other state and federal laws that may be weighing your credit score down and keeping you from hearing those favorite words, clear to close. And so what we want you to know is that you can own a home. However, you want to be smart about that. Now, this is an example of Jane. She purchases a house with a 730 credit score, right? We know interest rates right now aren't 2.75. In fact, you have good credit right now. You can be in the 6 or 7% range. However, Jane buys a home at a 730 credit score, whereas John purchases that same home, 30-year fixed, $250,000 with a 599. Over the course of that lifetime of that loan, John is going to spend over $200,000. Listen, the importance of you restoring your credit when it comes to home ownership is vital. And that's why we want you to understand that as you prepare for home ownership, you want to keep all of your current payments. You want to make sure that everything, especially in the last 18 to 24 months, has been paid on time. That's 35% of your score. You want to make sure that you don't close any accounts. Why? Because that can cause your credit score to drop. And when you go to underwriting, we want to see a minimum of 3 to 4 positive open accounts. Now, 10% of your credit score is going to be new credit. So you don't want to co-sign with anybody. You don't want to open any new lines of credit. In fact, if you're thinking about becoming a homeowner in the next 12 to 18 months, you want to make sure that you absolutely, positively do not buy anything. If you want to buy a car, wait until after you actually purchase a home, okay? 10% is a mix of credit. So you want to have a diverse profile, revolving accounts and installment accounts. And then lastly, the utilization. This is 30% of your credit score. So you want to make sure that you're keeping all of your credit cards, your revolving credit in a healthy range. If possible, no more than 10% of your credit should ever be used at one time because you don't want to impact the debt to income ratio. Now, we know many of you are watching this video. Someone again shared it with you because you're currently renting. But think about it. If the average person today is just paying $1,500 a month in rent, after 1 year, that's $18,000 that you'll never see again. But imagine after 10 years, that is literally a whole house, right? $180,000. So we want to show you the power of being able to go from being a renter to now ownership, because once you start owning, guys, that's where you put your family in position to build a legacy. Here with Debt Cleanse, there are 5 stages to home ownership. Number 1, we're going to analyze your debt. We want to see what's on there. We have planned legal specialists who are going to identify and dispute all of your debt as necessary. And if you're overwhelmed with debt, guess what? You can get a complimentary debt relief consultation. Number 2, we're going to dispute debt. The fastest way for you to be able to get mortgage ready is to get those negative marks off of your credit. So we're going to literally quarterback the play and get those items targeted as necessary. And then sometimes we need to dispute. Again, as I shared about George, we have consumer rights, and a lot of people don't realize that. But imagine somebody suing for an inaccuracy or error on your credit report, and you get a settlement that you could use for earnest money. You could use for down payment. That happens through our 3rd step, which is dispute escalation. And then our 4th step is providing you with expert home ownership assistance. So many people don't think that home ownership is possible. Again, me, a little girl growing up in the projects, I had no idea where to go, where to start. And in fact, when I bought my first house, I did not even use a realtor. So again, people are ignorant about what services are out there. Through this program, you're going to be attached to a variety of loan products, making sure that you're not only informed and aware, but also that you have proper income documentation. Maybe you need assistance with down payment, right? These are services that are going to be provided to you by your loan officer that's partnered with Debt Cleanse. Now, in addition to that, stage 5 is future management. Now, everybody is not going to get over the table and be qualified to buy in 1 month or even 2 months, right? So we're going to come back and look at your credit profile every 45 days until you're mortgage ready to ensure there are no new violations, and that if we need to take any additional legal action or not. And so you can trust that while you're in this process, you're being in the loop. Now, you can go out there and work with credit repair people and spend thousands of dollars trying to get mortgage ready, but guess what? They're not going to keep you in the know, right? With our company, you're actually going to know every time your letters are sent out. You're going to know exactly what those letters say, and you're going to know the next steps, and they're going to send you this correspondence. But guess what happens when your score increases, right? Your steps closer to hearing those words clear to close, steps closer to we got the keys. And guess what? You're being notified of those items that are coming off of your credit, and all of the items are actually in dispute, right? So when you come on board to prepare for home ownership with the person that shared this video with you, you're only investing $149.90 one time. That does include your first month. After that, it's only $89.95. And guess what? There is no contract. And so you're going to have access to our legal consultation team where they're challenging those items. But what I love about it is you get to actually report all of your utilities, right? You got a light bill, a water bill, gas bill, cable bill. Those things are going to report as positive trade lines. And the $89 is actually a credit building tool that will report as an authentic trade line. We're going to help you analyze your debt through our debt tool. There's a score simulator and tracker. You have attorney guided letters, meaning we're sending those letters out on your behalf. There's nothing you need to do. 3 bureau report and access scores. You actually get to see your FICO. There's budgeting tools, investment tools, student loan manager for those of you that are overwhelmed by student loan debt, and then also wealth management tools. So again, for only $149.90, you can begin to position yourself and your family to be a homeowner.